Here he is after what felt like an eternity of waiting. I have literally had this dream since I saw him on the big screen and when I knew of Threezero. In fact, fun little story as we look into his face. I can't remember if it was like 2015, 2016, 17, I don't know. Back when I was doing a lot more TF cons, Threezero, I think they were 3A at the time, but they had a booth and I went over to their booth and was like, hey, are you guys ever gonna do a lockdown? And the kind friends that I had with me who could care less about Bayverse and lockdown in general, out of the kindness of their hearts, I believe they all went by the booth and asked the same question. So I like to think, not to toot my own horn here, but I like to think I had something to do with planting the seed to have this guy made. I'm just saying. Or maybe it was always in their plans. I don't know. Don't care. I'm just so freaking happy to have him finally. Let us gaze upon his box. So beautiful. We all work for someone. Yes, we do. Sometimes, unfortunately, am I right? But yeah, here's the back of his box. The legalities and all that jazz, which he is not. He is locked down. And my favorite, the mask. You guys, I'm so excited. Just beyond. I don't even know what to do with myself. I told anybody and everybody that I was probably going to be insufferable when this guy finally got into my ghoulish little paws. Of course, I have been hearing that he is a nightmare to pose and to mess with. Really good display piece. Wow, you can't see him at all because of the glare. It's alright, we'll get him out here in a little while. Alrighty, I got him in the craft room. And I'm going to take him out of the package now. Honestly, I wish I had like a better place other than this table and my bed to film stuff like this. And I have 3D printer remnants. I may or may not have just dropped a hint for a future video. Anyway, yeah, let me unbox him and we'll take a look at all of his accessories and him in his full glory. Can't see whether or not there's a glare. My camera setup is just not the greatest right now. Anyway, this is the contents of his box. So as you see, he comes with a stand. Comes with alternate hands, gun face, his hook hand, and the spark extractor, and some little bits and bobs. I have to film this part, you guys. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited to like hold him in my hands. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I'm just so happy. Peel all of this off. Look at him. Oh my goodness. This is so incredible. Okay, let me go and finish unboxing him. Here are all of his things out of the box. And I did put his little bits and bobs on. So the missiles, these side missiles, these shoulder pieces and his butt plates you have to put on. God, the details are just incredible. I'm in love all over again. But anyway, he comes with his gun face mode, which, oh my goodness, I don't know how that even goes together, but we will figure it out, because I do want to take some glamour shots of his different modes and whatnot. I have heard from other reviewers that got him like a month or two ago that some of these weapons are difficult to put on him. I guess the gun face mode is, and also got to be careful because these are really sharp. So I will take my caution when I am posing my new action figure, Lockdown. Alright, I have made an effort to make the background a little bit less cluttered. Let's jump into his articulation. We'll start with his head. He can look down to about right there before he smashes in, or before he is into his chest. And then he can look up to about right there. He can swivel his head side to side like so. And he can look about to there before he crashes into his shoulder kibble. As far as his arms go, you have to move some pieces out of the way to not break, but his arm can go out to there, and it can go all the way back. Let me see, right? Yeah, there we go. And can go, you have to rotate it out slightly to make it go all the way forward, just so you don't crash into this chest piece right here. And it can bend at the elbow, like so. And of course the hands are on a ball joint, so they can rotate pretty much 360 degrees. I'm sure that was fine, that clicking sound. Yeah, I definitely agree with other reviewers. He's kind of fiddly to pose. He's scary. These bits on his chest, I don't think I have mine installed right. I'm going to have to maybe redo it later. But anyway, they can flip up on his shoulders, like in the movie when he fires his missiles at the house, the Jaeger house. And also these can pivot in and out like so. I thought this detail was so cool, you guys. Okay, he can crunch forward like so. But wait, he can do it again. And that just gives you more range for different poses. He can bend like so and like so. I think he can go further, but there's kibble that you might need to move out of the way. And we're going to move down to the legs. So these bits right here will pop forward, so you can bend his leg. Oh, well, hold on. Move that up out of the way. Oh, well, there we go. I'm trying to break him. No, just kidding. I'll be back. Had to do this off camera because you have to move all these little bits, and I got his leg to go back that much, and I got scared, so I quit, but I think it can go back further than this. And as far as going forward, this piece like snapped off on me, and I'm not sure how I can get it to go any more forward than that, so I'm gonna leave it alone for now. and move down to his knee. His knee can bend all the way back, like so. And the feet can rotate back and forth like so. They can pivot up and down to about there. Decently articulated. I mean, I do definitely agree that these details, which, I mean, there's really nothing that anybody can do about that because that's just how he is, how he's designed. But they do definitely hinder some of his posability. And I highly suggest being very careful so that you do not break this figure, which is my greatest fear. I almost feel like I should have splurged and got 2 of them just in case, because he's literally my favorite character, probably going to be the favorite version of my favorite character. And unless Yellow Park or Blockies or somebody makes him, he's going to be my main Lockdown figure. And here is a gun arm, the spark extractor, I was going to show you the swords, but look what I did already. I broke off the handle when I was trying to put it in this. I will super glue that back together. Alrighty. Please ignore my new light box that I'm trying to figure out and set up, but I wanted to, for my Lockdown review at least, so I can finish it up, I wanted to show that I actually did the gun mode for the video. I was terrified putting it on him, but I did it. I think I broke a little piece, but it's not something that's gonna like hinder anything. So pretty cool. I need to get some batteries for him because I do want to see him with the light up eye feature and stuff. I just don't have any at the moment. So yeah, gun face mode. Clap for me, I didn't cry. Here he is next to Yellow Park AMK Pro Scourge. This is just me personally, but I kind of wish that Scourge was taller than him, just because I want to see these guys together in my display. And I don't know, there's something about a Lamborghini mode being taller than a truck. I do know that the bots from Rise of the Beasts are like smaller than the Bayverse bots. But it just, like, my brain just cannot compute. Scourge is a truck. This is a Lamborghini. And he's, yeah, I wish he was more, just a little bit shorter, or him a little taller. But that's just me being really picky. Plus, it's not even fair because Scourge is from a completely different line. So they're not going to be to scale. Had to pull back a little for this one, and I still don't have all of Nim's body in the shot. But anyway, here's a size comparison with him and Rise of the Beasts Nemesis Prime, also by Threezero. They're both MDLX figures. And here he is next to Action Class Blocky Tarn. And here he is next to MDLX Threezero Sideswipe. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully it wasn't too terrible of a video review. But yeah, if you have a chance, I know he's a bit on the pricey side, but if you have a chance, if you like Bayverse and you like Lockdown, he's definitely worth picking up. Highly recommend. Just, I will reiterate, be very careful when you're posing him. Be very careful putting on his bits, because he is a fragile, he is more on the fragile side of these figures. So, thanks for watching, you guys. We'll see you next time.